Hello, fellers. I'm gonna try something new. If everything works right, we're about to watch a Grosser Kurfürst replay on Sea of Fortune. You can see it's interesting matchmaking. Only 3 battleships per side, which is a little unusual. A mix of tier 8, 9, 10 ships otherwise. You see that I'm over here on the left-hand side. Destroyers seem pretty evenly distributed. On this map, I always like to go to the A side. I feel like the island cover there is better for the southern spawn, where the northern side seems to favor the sea cap. Right off the bat, I'm gonna let my team know where I'm going. Looking around, it looks like I got a Hipper, a Worcester, Cossack, and a Gearing, so they get just us 5 is a pretty good push. Looks like we got the Edinburgh coming over this way too. Unfortunately, it looks like the 2 battleships and 6 ships altogether are going over to Charlie and giving it Bravo, and it will be hard for me to create any crossfire in A without another battleship somewhere in the middle, but that's okay. I'm hoping to get up and stop them from pushing down the left side and give these other ships a chance to maybe knock out their destroyer in the cap. Now this game's interesting. It goes in such a way that both sides lose most of their... Well, you'll see what goes on. Both sides lose most of their ships up until the very end. Our whole east flank dies.
All stations requesting fire on the designated
Both
target.
teams end up kind of mirroring the other's approach. I'm coming up here. It looks like the Hipper's going out wide. The Worcester looks like he's going into these islands.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
We're capping A. It doesn't look like it's contested, so that's interesting. We see the Kagero pop up.
All stations concentrate fire
I also
on the
see
target.
a Minotaur pop up for a second, so I immediately start thinking about the Minotaur. I'm not going to be able to do much against the Kagero. Not a lot of damage. He got just behind the island, couldn't get any shots. So I'm a little disappointed there, but the Minotaur's coming in hard. And I'm thinking about turning into this rock to go into A cap at the moment, but if the Minotaur goes in there...
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I am a little tunnel vision right now. I don't see this Worcester coming out in front. Now, we lost our Sasho early over there, and it doesn't look like we were really getting anything in return. Very unfortunate. For the Worcester, I mean, even if I did see him coming out, I assumed he was going to keep going, but I want this Minotaur now. Looking here, looks like the Cossack and the Minotaur are hydroing each other, and I'm thinking the Minotaur is going to try and come out and blop the Cossack, because if he blops the Cossack, he's free to do whatever he wants without getting spotted. And I've been unspotted for a while, so he probably doesn't know exactly where I'm at. He doesn't probably see the Worcester. So the Minotaur starts doing exactly what I want to do. He's going to start coming out, and the Cossack's going to try and get him too. But the Cossack, this really isn't a good play for the Cossack. So, look at this dispersion with the
Gegnerischer Kreuzer zerstört.
So the Minotaur's dead, and with it we probably are free to get the rest of the flank and push up. I see a Salem pop up. See a Montana coming around, so I'm thinking I gotta work on the Montana next. We got the Hipper. I'm thinking the Worcester's gonna be coming with this. Gearing's gonna be. It looks like like our Edinburgh is going to cap A. We lost Bravo early, which was unfortunate, but our team is putting up a fight over at Charlie. You know, they all end up dying over there, but they are putting up enough of a fight that I don't think the enemy team ever ends up capturing it. Which is good for them, although I don't know. They do kill a ton of enemies. Look at this dispersion. This looks like perfect, and then 2 pins and an overpin, so the Salem gets lucky. You know, and I'd lose what probably would have been a better shot on the Montana, which almost comes back to haunt me. So I'm seeing gearing torpedoes, they miss. The Hipper's up here pushing in, he's taking a lot of punishment, but I have the Worcester here. You know, we're still not capping A for some reason, so I'm hoping the Cossack and the Edinburgh can do that.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Another unsatisfying volley on the Salem. At this point, you know, I'm pretty full health, and I see the Montana coming in, and I'm thinking he might go for a ram, but the Hipper has torpedoes, and he should have launched torpedoes any second there, but he didn't, and instead the Hipper gets plopped, and now I'm in a war with her, because I'm thinking he's gonna ram me, so I'm in a panic mode here. I'm trying to slow down behind the Hipper's corpse to let that block me from a ram. Meanwhile, the other side of the map starts to fall apart. They were 1 for 2, but now they've lost 2 back to back. I'm confident where I'm aiming at on this ship. It's hard to see, but I'm aiming probably, you know, right at the front turret or right behind the front turret to try and get shots that go into the deck and get a little lucky. I was pretty worried there, but you know, between the Hipper and the gearing, we were able to put him down, so that was good. Now it's just me and the Salem over here, and I got to think about where I'm going from here. It looks like, at this point in time, it actually looks like the game's over. You know, we're up ahead 2 ships. We're gonna have 2 caps soon, and they're gonna have no caps. And I'm over here. The Salem's playing too many stupid games, so I'm trying to, you know, getting a replay bug there. I start turning my guns around to come back to face them to the other side as I end up coming. We lose 2 more ships back to back, so all of a sudden we're even on ships almost. And you know, our entire east side is done now, and they still have several ships over there. So it looks like they're going to get Charlie. I go dark from the Salem, and I'm planning on just letting him run around north up there. He's out of the battle, and unless I chase him, he's going to remain out of the battle for quite a long time. I know that I need to get to Bravo as soon as possible. People in chat are saying don't chase the Salem. I'm not sure what the gearing's doing. I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But he is going to...
Roger.
He's going to... come with me instead. Which is good, so now the Salem's totally out of the fight. And then looking over here, I'm looking what's left. Our Hindenburg ends up dying, the Henrys end up dying. Our Worcester's going over to help already, which is good for him. Very quickly, everybody else ends up dying. So it's going to come down to a 3-on-4 or 5. You know, I do have my guns trained over to the left. I'm kind of expecting the Salem to come out, because he's got to do something. With the range upgrade, or with the legendary module, the range is only 19 kilometers, so I can't really hit them, and my dispersion's a little too unreliable anyways at those ranges, so I don't need to pop the spotter to try and get it. There's the Salem. He's going to come out and give another broadside again, and I'm going This is just so frustrating. Look at this. This dispersion looks like it's going to be beautiful. And, you know, 8 over pins. Cossack's going down and the other Hitler's going down in the meantime, so it's now 3 on 4. We're pretty much even on points. I don't know when everybody was last spotted. Meanwhile, everybody starts raging at whatever happened on the other side of the map. Apparently it was very stupid. So I don't want the gearing to go north, because I'm looking at their cruiser locations and I'm thinking there's a good chance if he goes through those islands he's going to run into at least one of the cruisers and end up spotted. So I want him to come south. I'm at this point thinking that they got to go to Bravo and Charlie. They got to start reversing the points. You know, thankfully we're all pretty healthy. I'm undetected, so I'm going to remain undetected. I guess it looks like the gearing was radared by the Baltimore and remains radared. He isn't going out of range. I'm going into Bravo because I want to take a swipe through the cap, and I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 broadside cruisers in Charlie, the Baltimore, or maybe the Hindenburg in there trying to get the cap. I know the Musashi's over there too, and I semi-expect the Musashi to go to Charlie as well, although it actually looks like the Musashi's coming to Bravo, because they know that they're going to be pressed for time. They're going to want to end up killing some of us. So I pop my plane here to see if I can get any visibility. And the gearing thankfully does not come in, because this is, you know, I know I have enough health and I have some confidence I can come through here. The only torpedoes they have left are the Hindenburg, and you know, his torpedoes are only 6 kilometers, so he can't really get a major torpedo through it. I do pop the Hydra here just to be a little safe. And here we go, we have a broadside cruiser in Charlie. And I get a little okay dispersion, but at this point I just want to get some resets on the cap to try and make sure that I can either keep them in Charlie without them getting the cap and they have to stay there, or I'm going to pull them back out. They're not going to be getting any points from the cap. So, you know, quickly resetting the cap. Again, I don't really see the Musashi at this point. I think he's probably more closer to Charlie than where he comes out at. The Salem's very much out of the fight still, which is good for us. And the secondary, so here's another. Oh, this might be one of those volleys that just looks good. I can't remember. No. Very unfortunate dispersion.
I owe you one.
Now the Hindenburg's coming in. He's definitely coming in for a torpedo run at this point, so he's the highest threat. I just took some big damage from the Musashi that I wasn't expecting. So that's, at this point, I'm trying to get out of the cap. I've already reset Charlie. I want to get out of the cap. Hindenburg's almost dead. I'm thinking the Worcester can probably do something about that. I don't know why. Now that I look at it, I don't know why the Worcester went north. But I'm thinking he can handle the Hindenburg. I'm going to have to deal with this Musashi. I don't want the gearing to get in front of me and get spotted by anything. And I don't know why he's shooting at this point. It's very questionable. I see the Hindenburg torps coming. But I'm not turning into the torps. I'm going after the Musashi.
Torpedoes are backboard!
And I'm getting some decent dispersion. A nice volley on the Musashi.
Torpedoes are
He has
backboard!
very dangerous guns here, so you'll see, you know, I get taken in pretty quickly, which is unfortunate. And that volley totally whiffed, but I will get some help from the some torpedoes. If I look around, the Hindenburg's trying to follow me out, and then that Baltimore's following him, so I know that this is not an entirely...
Wir haben ein gegnerisches Schlachtschiff versenkt. Hat die Führung übernommen.
I could get taken down by both of them pretty quickly. Here the Worcester comes around. Again, I'm not sure what the Worcester was trying to do. I thought he was going to come out south down here and be down here. I lost track of it. I was hoping to be over here to help out. Instead, he's a little...
Gegnerischer Kreuzer gesunken.
out of position. He could, if the Salem was even remotely useful, the Salem would have probably been able to kill the Worcester up there, and then this battle would have been even closer than it already was. So the Baltimore, he's pretty much dead to rights. He's trying his best to cap. There's not a lot he can do. Look at this volley. This looks good, leaving the gun, and it doesn't. Again, he's angling in, so I'm not expecting a lot. And I do get a good volley, but it's just not quite enough. And I'm thinking the Worcester here is going to steal the kill. He's going to secure the kill. But I think he actually, if remember correctly, the Worcester does not, despite having shots. So he might be tunnel visioned in on the Salem now that I think of that. Oh, what is that? Oh no, he was very much going to try and take the kill. I didn't see that. So I got a little bit of luck. I ended up securing the kill.
I owe you one.
And then this game's obviously over. You know, even if the Salem captures Alpha, there's not a whole lot he can do. I'm either thinking I can go for Charlie and get the kill, get the points, or I can try and I do see the Salem thing over, so I'm thinking I want to put myself that I can actually shoot over the islands. And if, you know, I'm gonna get one good volley at him, it looks like. So again, my gun's already trained over there, so it's gonna be an easy shot. And I want to do this because it looks like he's gonna go for Alpha, and it looks like my destroyer's already dangerously close for radar range. Although he's put some torpedoes in. Take my time, I aim. Spurgeon looks okay. I'm shot a little ahead of him. But I finally land a good volley on the Salem, so he's hurt and gets punished finally for being questionable play. Try and get one more volley in, but I think the mountains are mostly over here. And I missed anyways. I decide last minute, I'm not going to go for Charlie. It looks like we'll win soon enough. The Worcester's going in after him. The gearing is kind of floating around still. Ended up being a good game. There's a lot of good instances, good play from both sides, and then a lot of situational awareness, a lot of don't do's also from the Salem especially, and maybe our Cossack, and then reading players and where their ships are, what you think they're going to do, and then setting up your shots and taking your time for the good shots to come through. And, not throwing like match, like this team could have very easily thrown. And of course the match would have been very interesting if I had died, if the Montana had rammed me early on. This probably would have been a loss, because it would have been the Worcester and the gearing alone trying to fight off the Musashi and the Baltimore and the Hindenburg and the Salem. And they'd probably end up with Charlie Alpha, and then they'd have had a points lead and then a ship lead, and we would have lost. So it probably came down to that one play, and it looked like the Montana knew what he was doing. He knew he wanted to ram.
Aufklärungsflugzeug in der Luft.
I had a pretty decent game, so we ended up with high caliber, Kraken, Confederate, devastating strike, 16 cap resets, and I get 62 secondary hits despite this being a survivability build Kurfürst, so it has nothing into the secondaries. Now this game, I used all of my heals. You know, there's a good lesson here about using your heals strategically, and using your consumables correctly. A little bit of ship placement, that kind of stuff. This game will be over, so we never end up getting the Salem. So this is one of those games where, because I can't really punish the citadels, and I only got that one citadel, the Salem super heal was definitely able to keep him alive, probably longer than a Des Moines would have been in those situations. I don't get any more on him, really. He's going to survive with 10k health. And that's the game. So if there's ever any more interesting anything like that, let me know. We can do more replays like that.